There is no Buhari. Every Fulani idiot can now come out and set a policy agenda, and we follow it, including the Bauchi state governor. All of you, didn't you hear what the Bauchi said? That Fulanis have the right to carry arms, AK-47. Did you not see all of those things? Did you not see them? What Yoruba media succeeded in doing over the years is to groom a generation of lily-livered cowards. Can you imagine if we had been listening to these people? By now, the Fulanis would have overrun us. By now, our farms, our forests, our bushes would have been gone. The same way it has gone in Yoruba land. As they were busy telling you about Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, Fulani, we are busy taking over Yoruba land. Now that the Yorubas have said enough is enough, you have to leave, they have said no. Things that people are doing. Every time, instead of you to focus on the common enemy, you look towards the east. It's Biafra, it's IPOB, it's Nnamdi Kanu all the time. These people, they will enter into you and they will ravage you. And they're doing it today. Now they're fighting, Fulani is now fighting Yoruba for Yoruba forests. Have you not seen it? That is what some traditional rulers want to bring to the east. And I'm giving an order today because I am very, very impressed with the work done so far, flushing out these bandits and criminals and rapists and murderers from our forests. The next phase will be any traditional ruler from today onwards. I saw one now on a video talking rubbish. Any traditional ruler from today, this evening in Biafra and this night, that comes up again to talk rubbish about peaceful coexistence, we will show him how prepared we are. That nonsense that is this rubbish now happening in Yoruba land cannot happen in Biafra land, where a group of vandals, criminals, will lay claim to our forest, and when we ask them to leave, they attack us. It can anyway, we're waiting for them to try it. They are now packing and moving out very quietly and very lovingly, relocating to Kanu and to Kaduna. That's where they belong. They should go there. And as I have said, if you are an Easterner, you are an Igbo man or woman, because of that brothel you build in Jalingo, then Jalingo, face me, I face you, so that the people can come from Cameroon to patronize them. Because of the hotel you built, the brothel you built in Jalingo. Because of that, I need to surrender Biafra land to Fulani Janjaweed. If you are living in the north, you are on your own. If you don't want to come back and they decide to kill you there, you are on your own. The only reason why they have not started killing some of you is because the Hausa people said no. Do you know that Fulani went to Hausa people and asked them to rise up against people living in Kanu and in Kaduna? Do you know what happened? Hausa said no to them. You know that Hausa people have their foot soldiers. Hausa said no, they will not do it. Hausa said we cannot do it. Hausa said we are not doing it. You can kill them yourself if you want to. Because now, even today, as a direct result of the gospel we have been preaching on this very platform, the Hausas have now developed some sense. They know the same thing, the same way they were deceived into surrendering their land to the Janjaweed. They have now seen it very clearly that that is what we are fighting. Nobody hates anybody. I don't hate Hausa people. I don't hate law-abiding Fulani people. No, not that. It's those hiding under one Nigeria. Unity. To be taking my forest, and I'm saying no to it. It cannot happen. Obasanjo the other day said that it's now time to have a national meeting. The same national conference. The same thing that Shoyinka believed in before many years ago. And he saw Buhari and said, no, the same Buhari that Shoyinka campaigned for. Professor Wole Shoyinka. The same Buhari he campaigned for. The same Buhari that the Yorubas campaigned for. They are the worst there in their forest. Taking their land from them. And saying they're not going anywhere. And I'm telling them today, in the open, before the hearing of the entirety of humanity, unless they come back very quickly to make sure that the South, the alliance in the South is very strong, Fulani will eat them alive. That is their game plan. They must understand it. The same thing they do all the time. I remember when they went to, after the war, they said, oh, you are a minority. Your Ikole is not Igbo. And Yoma is not Igbo. You are a minority. It's only the Central State. Where is the oil coming from to develop the zoo? It's not from Biafra land. Is there no oil in Anambra State? I'm asking you, Orient Oil Fields. Don't you have oil in Uguta? Is that not where Shell is? How about our gas fields? Is that not where Shell is? And that jeep taking our oil and our gas? This is the heartland of Biafra, and I'm telling you, not the coastal region. Now go to Akwa Ibom. They have ExxonMobil. Everybody's having a field there. They're making so much money. That's why they want the zoo to remain as corrupt as it is and as warm as it is. Now let me ask you, they told you Igbo man is your problem. Is that not correct? Those of you from the coastal region of Biafra, or should I say those of us from the coastal region of Biafra, they never told you that Ibibi or Igbo are one people. Nobody told you that. But I'm telling you today. And they confused you. They brainwashed you into believing that the man who is capable of saving your life is your enemy. Today, they are building a railway line from Janjaweed, northern Nigeria, to Janjaweed, Niger. Is there any railway line in Akwa Ibom State? It's simple common sense. Any railway line? Anyway, I put it down to should I say, the mentality developed by those who were conquered. Most of the people you see writing and talking rubbish against what we are doing is because they have developed that mentality of a defeated people. It's called defeatism. They have been defeated, psychologically and mentally. So all they need to do is to serve Fulani for the rest of their lives. But thankfully, Elohim, the Most High God, sent IPOB to stop the rot. And luckily for us, everybody is now waking up. Everybody is now waking up. That is why Yoruba media must take the blame. They must. They are hoping on Tinubu coming. And they know that Tinubu can never ever be president of Nigeria. They know that very well. Everybody knows that Tinubu can never ever be the president of the zoo. They understand that very clearly. But they're deceiving themselves. And they will continue to do so until their head. In fact, Tinubu is the modern day Afonja. Fulani will always promise you something. The same thing they promised to Wike. The same thing they promised to Mahi. Every idiot, they give him a promise. And as you're looking at the promise they made you, presidency, meanwhile your forest is going. Meanwhile, the Bauchi state governor, a serving governor in Nigeria, is inviting people from the Sahel to come to conquer our land to take it over. Autumn rose up and spoke, governor of Benue State, and they decided on him. And the stupid zoo newspapers, the editors of Punch, of Tribune, all these Yoruba papers, you people, you are digging your own grave. You people, by your style of journalism, you are digging the grave that will swallow Yoruba land. Because you don't want to speak the truth. You must, sometimes in life, you must speak the truth and damn the consequences. Some of you do not understand this, but we are here to tell you today. All the years, all the lies against the Igbo, Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu has caught up with everybody. It has caught up with everybody. Now you know that they were lying to you. They were deceiving because they knew. I say it without any apologies. Only IPOB can save the downtrodden in Nigeria. They know it. So the best thing for them to do is to get you to align with them, to demonize IPOB, to make it impossible for IPOB to fight for your own freedom. Who told you before that IPOB is only fighting for Biafra? We are fighting for the freedom of everybody, every single human being in the zoo called Nigeria. We are fighting for everybody. Why is it difficult for you to understand that? Why is it very difficult for you to understand? They deceived you Now they're taking your land. All those newspapers can do is, Amatekun officers were killed. They have taken our land. Fulani have come back, their headsmen. They have taken over Ogun State. They have taken Oyo State. But when you were encouraging Fulani, when you were to demonize IPOB, the only people that could have fought for you, you didn't know that? Fulani think they are very clever with those advising them. They knew that IPOB did nothing wrong. Everybody knows. But when they said IPOB should be proscribed, all of you were jumping up like antelope, jumping up and down. Like a bunch of idiots. Where are you today? After soliciting your help to demonize IPOB, to blacklist IPOB, and say it has been proscribed, where are you today? They asked Lai Mohammed, why is it that you don't want to proscribe Fulani headsmen? Lai Mohammed said that the only crime, in fact, I have told our lawyers, we are going, we've been in court all these years. To hear our case is a problem. They are the ones that proscribed IPOB, tagged us as terrorists. We are in their own court in Abuja, asking them to look at their own idiocy and foolishness. Do you know they don't want to hear the case? And I've told our lawyers, all we need to do is to take the tape, that clip from Lai Mohammed, and take it to court. So, Lai Mohammed did not say that IPOB committed any crime. No, not at all. Because IPOB is agitating to break up Nigeria, that is the reason why they were tagged the terrorist group. And I have written and I've said, is it not the same thing that Nicola Sturgeon is doing in Scotland? Nicola Sturgeon wants to break United Kingdom so that Scotland can be on their own. Is she a terrorist? It's a very simple question. Is Nicola Sturgeon a terrorist? The French people of Canada, Bloc Québécois, I'm sure they call them, they are championing a cause of self-determination to carve out French Canadians from the rest of Canada. Have they been labeled a terrorist? So terrorism is no longer if you kill people, if you bomb people, if you take, if you destroy lives and properties. Now it is if you want your own self-determination, which Yoruba newspapers call secessionists or whatever rubbish they call it. To tell you how evil they are. Evil. Because I call a spade a spade. Because of them, instead of Yoruba newspapers to come out and say that the proscription of IPOB is wrong, they did nothing wrong, they joined them. Because their man, Tinubu, is his turn in 2023. And they got you to fix your eyes on 2023 and they're taking over your land. Because you're not affected, black people, because you're not affected yet, you think it won't come to you, but it's coming to you. And that time when you're shouting, nobody will listen. Look at what happened at Lekki today. It is a clear case of people shouting and nobody's listening anymore. Because if you want to do good in life, you must be consistent in what you're doing. Not today you blow hot, the next day you blow cold. They were proscribing IPOB. None of these newspapers got up to say what you are doing is wrong. IPOB, Lai Mohammed opened his mouth and said, we are proscribing, or we proscribed IPOB because, not because they have guns, no, not because they killed anybody, but because they want to break Nigeria. And some of you that claim you went to school, you're just there watching and looking as a bunch of idiots that some of you are. Fools. I have never seen a more useless, idiotic people than some of you that graduated from zoo universities. I'm telling you the truth. Your education is a waste, complete waste. And the journalists just left Lai Mohammed. They left him alone. They left him. After talking all this nonsense, the idiot left. You're now telling me that anybody agitating for freedom or asking for self-determination is a terrorist group. But the same Nigerian government is supporting the Western Sahara people who are agitating to break away from Morocco. Are they terrorists? I don't know the type of brain that God created some black people with. I don't understand it. Heaven knows I don't understand. This Yogi, I have no idea where you came from. Lai Mohammed, did IPOB kill anybody? No. Did they bomb anywhere? No. Why did you proscribe them? Because they want to break Nigeria up. How about those who are killing people and maiming and raping? Oh, no, it's not the same thing. It's not the same. They're different. And you want me to rise up in the morning and say, I am a proud Nigerian. Then you are sick in the brain. It is this level of idiocy that we are fighting. It is this level of depraved reasoning that we are fighting. When I say that an average black man is demented, people don't understand. When I say that an average African man is useless, people don't understand me. They don't understand me. An information minister, he claims he's an academic. He's well-read. Sat in a television studio and said, we proscribed IPOB, we tagged IPOB a terrorist group, not because they killed anybody, but because they want to divide Nigeria. And some of you are listening to this garbage. The same thing, oh my God in heaven. They have arrested people at Lekki. You saw their police, they came as if you didn't know they were going to come. Do you think, what do you think would have made those police people to stand back or to go back? Fire for fire, that's the only thing they can understand. Anything else is garbage. They have promised idiots who will promote you. Some of them being owed 10 months salary. Oh, don't worry, we'll pay you. After Lekki, we're going to pay you. Nobody will pay them. The same idiot who mount roadblock and be collecting money from people. The same fool that's at Lekki. The children cannot go to school. The same idiots you see today, they're displaying their might and their power. When they see bandits, they run. When they see Boko Haram, they run. When they see ISIS, they run. When they see Al-Qaeda and the Maghreb, they run. But when they see civilians, you see them, they puff their chest. They are now very strong. We can want to defend one Nigeria. I have told you people, if you are not prepared for a violent revolution, just stop disturbing us. Stop disturbing people, for goodness sake. You have seen over the years, IPOB will come out, they will kill them. The same Nigerian journalists in Nigeria, they will write, it's our fault. Oh, why did you come out? And I keep saying to them, does it mean we cannot defend our rights? Is that what you're telling us? Oh no, but there's another way to do it. Which other way? Now you are in Lagos, you're protesting in Lagos. After killing people during the last NSAS protest, after freezing accounts, and you think that by coming out to protest, you change anything? No. It's just like speaking grammar in Africa. If you're in Africa, you can speak grammar from now till the kingdom come. There'll be no light. There'll be no running water. You can speak all the grammar you like, or nothing will change. Because it is an attitudinal problem. Not a mental. It is something that you have to do consciously to bring about change. And that is to fight fire with fire. That is the only thing that is. Are you telling me that if Yoruba were to stand up today, and Biafra to stand up, say enough is enough, do you think Fulani will stand it? Do you think they will stand it? You and I know that the answer is no, they cannot stand the heat. They cannot stand it. But they are counting on your cowardice. They know that some of you can start writing. Remember 1967? Well, what happened? We were eating cassava then. We were doing this. We were struggling. And I keep asking these idiots. How many wars has Israel fought? From day one, since God gave the land of Israel to Israelites when they left Egypt, they've been fighting war till today. Is Israel not at war today? You know, they read the Bible, they don't know what to do with it. That is one thing. That is one thing that every time I pray to God and I say, can you just show me how you made black people? How did you create them? Where did you get the brain you put in black people and their skull? Where did you get the brain from? Because I don't know. The same Bible that I have here in front of me, the Torah, I have the Torah in front of me. The same thing I have read over and over again. I have read this Bible over and over again. For the kingdom of God suffered violence, and it can only be taken by those that prefer violence. Israel has been fighting a war. Israel fought a war and lost, and the Babylonians came and took them into slavery, scattered them all over the world for 2,000 years. After that, they came back in 1948. Before Israel could be established, they fought a war. 3 wars, 3. Till today, Israel is still fighting. Till this very minute. You fought 1 war since 70, and because of that, we will not hear again. Oh, we are here in the war. Did you fight war? Nonsense. I am in America, the most advanced country in the world. I am in Texas, in the city of Houston. Beautiful houses. I am staying in a mansion. People are having fun here. They're enjoying. Is America today not at war in Afghanistan? Is America not at war today in Afghanistan? There is war everywhere. The same America that they're enjoying, America is fighting a war. I have said this thing to our people about this war rubbish they keep talking about. Let me make it very clear to you. Do you know that as a living being, as a human being, you are fighting a war every day? There are many microbes that want to kill you. They number in their billions in your body, of which coronavirus, COVID-19 is one of them. Malaria parasites is another one. Typhoid, one of them. All they want to do is to kill you. But do you know that God is miraculous? Don't take what I'm telling you. Look at yourself. Go to your doctor now and ask your doctor, is my body at war? Your doctor will tell you, yes, your body is at war. But I can't feel anything because you cannot see it. There is something called your white blood cells, the antibodies in your body. They are swimming all over your body, looking for foreigners, like Fulani headsmen in your forest, looking for foreigners to devour them. Anytime they cannot overwhelm that microbe, be it a virus or a bacteria, that's when you get sick. Then you notice it. For some of us, by then it's too late. The same thing is happening today in real life. Because there's a saying when we are young, what you have in the spiritual world is also in the living. What you have in the temporal world is also in the spiritual. Do you know that your body is at war? Why don't you say to yourself, because I suffered from malaria and typhoid in 2019 and I survived it. When typhoid and malaria attacks me again in 2021, I will not take any medication. Do you say that? Now, let me ask you again. When you were fighting malaria and typhoid in 2019, you went to the chemist, you took a fancy that you took all this medication to help your immune system to fight it. You survived. Are you then saying because my body fought malaria parasite and typhoid in 2019, when those parasites attack me again, I should say, I'm tired of fighting this war? Then you will die. Maybe now you will understand what I'm saying. The body of a human being is in a constant state of war. And that is why a community or a nation is a body. Even United Nations is a body. Anything that comes to attack it, you must fight that for it and defeat it. Don't say, because I fought a war before in 1967, you were not there, you were not born. So that when the same conditions occurs again, I should keep quiet so they can take my forest, rape my mothers and kill me, then you must be insane. Next time when you're sick, don't take any medication. Say, no, before I had this illness in 2018 and I survived it. When it comes again, I will do nothing. Your body is at war. You need to fight for self-preservation. Therefore, you need to fight a war in order to preserve your land and your people. That was the mistake that Yoruba media made. And that is why today they are contesting their land with Fulani headsmen in Yoruba land. But because they are black people, they can never say it. Because of short-termism, they can never say it. Because they are thinking and hoping, it's only 2023. Tinubu will be there and everything will be okay. Before 2023, you'll be taken over. In 2022, the Fulanis will unleash the final phase of their assault and attack against our people. You cannot see 2023. You'll be dead by then. These are the things that they don't understand, and these are the things that we have to make them to understand. We need to make them to understand. It is only now that an Abia monarch is getting up to say they are raping our women. You want us to allow rapists. You want us to allow those who are only interested in humiliating us to be in our forests. Is that what you're saying to us? And you want us to happen? Is that what you're telling us we must allow to happen? Of course, it can never ever happen. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. You must understand it. You must understand it. Please, very, very. And now, Abia monarchies, Fulani herdsmen started raping our women and destroying our farms since 2015. Abia monarch. Since 2015. And I was telling them then, they said, no. My son wants to take us to another war. We fought a war before. But now the war has come to you. No longer war. They take your mothers and they rape them in the forest. Before your own two eyes. You can't do anything because you're thinking, oh, we fought a war before. Because we fought a war before, anybody can now come and rape your mother. Is that what you're telling me? These are the demons that we are fighting. And we must continue to fight them. Why bandits have not been proscribed? Lai Mohammed told you why they have not proscribed bandits. That is Nigeria for you. That is Nigeria for you. A land of evil. Why have you not banned or proscribed bandits? We have not proscribed them because we are, how can I put it? Because I want to just bear with me for a second. I want to tell you precisely what the buffoon said. Lai Mohammed said, why they have not banned killers and murderers. Killers, and when I say to newspapers in the zoo, these are the things you're supposed to be reporting, investigating. These are the things you're supposed to be. No, they will not do it. They can never ever do it. They won't do it because they know, they understand that they are all in it together. All of them are in it together. Oh, don't worry, as long as Tinubu is the president, that is the only thing that matters to us in 2023. That 2023, you will not see it. You will not be alive to see it because by then, Fulani would have taken over the whole of your land. That is why this very day, I'm asking for reports everywhere. Our people, those who are working hard to make sure that the janjaweed, that they are cleared from our forest. I want to know precisely what is going on. And you're going to come back to me to tell me exactly what is happening. You will tell me what is happening because I need to know. I need to know. Why have you not banned bandits? Lai Mohammed, this is according to Punch News. You know the way they report things very flippantly. Very, very flippantly. Very, very sad indeed. Why bandits have not been proscribed? According to Lai Mohammed, he said, this is according to one Shekun Adewole that writes for Punch Newspaper. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has said bandits cannot be proscribed in Nigeria because they don't go by any name. I want people this evening, morning, noon, or night, regardless of where you are. You must listen to what I have to say next very, very carefully, please. Look at the contradictions. That is why I keep saying all the time that the worst thing to ever happen to black people, including black Americans who are in America, is the creation of Nigeria. It's the worst thing that ever happened to the black race all over the whole world. And I'm about to prove it to you. I want you to listen very carefully. I want you to understand how all these people are playing ping pong with our reasoning. I want you to understand the grand plan of the Fulani Janjaweed to eradicate all of you from the face of this very earth. Listen very carefully, please, to their contradictions. Listen carefully to what I have to say, please. They asked Lai Mohammed, tell us why you cannot proscribe Fulani killers. He said, because they don't go by any name. We don't know their name. Listen carefully. Please note that down. They don't have any name. That is why we cannot proscribe them. He said this during an interview on AIT's Kakaki program, which was monitored by Punch newspaper. He said, it is not proscribing these killers and murderers that matters. What matters is how they are treated. Are you listening? They have no name. They should not be proscribed. Then they asked him. No, he continued to say, we proscribe known groups with names. You can't just proscribe an unknown group legally. Unless you have a name, nobody can proscribe you. But their name is Miyet Yala, Fulani headsmen. The whole world knows. He's saying they have no name because the same Yoruba journalists prefer to call them bandits than Fulani headsmen. The same people, even Governor El Rufai, the midget of Kaduna, came out openly to say that these are Fulani people committing this crime. We know it's Miyet Yala. They cannot say it because everybody's afraid. Now, I will continue. Secondly, he said, it is not whether they are proscribed or not. It doesn't matter. These are killers. It doesn't matter if they are prescribed or not. It is the way that they are treated. Does the government actually treat them with kid gloves? The answer is no. This is a response to a raging insecurity in a country of supposedly over 200 million people. This is a response from a minister of state responding to a question about insecurity in the country. That you cannot proscribe them because they have no name. And then Lai Mohammed went on to say, When a group is championing a cause for the disintegration of Nigeria, a group like IPOB, everybody's IPOB because we are formidable. Both Satan knows our name. Angels in heaven know everybody. If not for IPOB, all of you would have been slaves answering Musa today. I don't care who you are. From Middle Belt all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. If not for IPOB, that is why I don't play with IPOB. That I said you are not in the same class with IPOB. You can never be. Not now, not tomorrow. You can never ever be. One single person in IPOB is responsible that today, if you're still answering Jonathan or John or whatever your name is, and not Musa or Idris, is because of IPOB. That was the reason why Lai Mohammed said a group like IPOB that does not even recognize Nigeria as a state sets up its own army. Why won't we have an army who born you and think it's a sovereign state? That we are different from bandits. Why did we set up Eastern Security Network? Why? Do you see the way they lie? Do you see how Nigeria is a place where the devil resides? We set up ESN to tackle Fulani terrorism and the menace of Mieti Allah. Everybody knows that. But now they are touring all over the world, telling the world, Nnamdi Kanu formed an army. He formed a militia. He formed a militia. Because they have the money. And they think that we don't. To pay every frontline lobbying firm around the world to go about preaching this patent falsehood that we formed an army. Will your army defend our mothers when they're being raped in the farms? I keep asking. I'm here. And I'll ask the UN. If you say I shouldn't form an army to defend the land of Biafra, when my mothers are being raped in the farm, are you going to send a UN special force to come and protect them? I think we all know the answer to that, and the answer is no. Then you allow me to defend my land the best way I know fit, and that's what we are doing. And no Jupiter, I say no Jupiter, can stop us. No Jupiter can, nobody. Eastern Security Network has come to stay forever and ever. No going back. They're about to see something they have not seen. And Imo State, I will set an example with Imo State so that others will know. You see, because of this priest, the wife and the children they kidnapped today, I will set an example. I'm saying I'm in America. Because there were some idiots who are saying, we are going to stop him from coming to America. These are idiots who are power drunk. Sacked from IPOB. I'm in America. And I said, after doing what I will do, in that, I will be the one to hand myself over. I'll go to Hague. I will be in Hague. ICC. They don't have to look for me. I'll hand myself over to ICC. Let them not release this priest and the wife. Then you go, when you're hearing about Imo State, what is happening there? Because if you leave them, you don't know if you are the next person they will take. That is the way the zoo works. You need to understand the psyche of the Fulani. That is how they behave. Some of you are foolish, you cannot see because you're blind. Out of your envy. You cannot be like me, I'm Nnamdi Kanu. You can never, not in a trillion years, you cannot be like me. This is what we are born to do. To set the captives free. That is our mission on this earth. Nothing more, nothing less. For your information. Lai Mohammed, why did you proscribe IPOB? We proscribe them because they don't recognize Nigeria as a state. Please don't compare apples and oranges. So IPOB is apple and those killing people are oranges. From a minister of state. And you have journalists that went to school with conscience. Oh my God in heaven. Journalists with conscience writing rubbish against IPOB. When asked if the bandits are not also threatening the sovereignty of Nigeria by taking up arms against the city, these are bandits that took up arms. These arms were supplied by Fulani governors in the north. It's a grand plan to take over Nigeria and give to Fulani Janjaweed all over West Africa. When they asked them, but why is it you have not proscribed those that took up arms against the citizens of the country, as opposed to IPOB that took up no arms against Nigeria? He said, listen, Lai Mohammed, security challenges are one thing, Challenging the sovereignty of Nigeria is a completely different thing. So challenging the sovereignty of Nigeria by asking for a referendum is more dangerous than people slaughtering and raping all of you. That's what he said. And who created Nigeria? A white man and a white woman. So all of you will be sacrificed at the altar of one Nigeria that was created by a white man and a white woman. And you claim you are black Africans. I don't know the God. I've said to God, though, in my next life, any attempt to take me to Africa, any attempt, want to take me to Africa, I will start fighting heaven. I'm telling you the truth. I have never seen a people that steadfastly refuses to reason. What lie Muhammad? If you hear him, you would think he loves Nigeria, yes? No, he's saying it because of the money he's making. How he's going to be, now they are now having empires. After being the governor, your child can be the speaker. After that, that dynasty thing, like the Sarakis of Kwara. People are not building, they are now marrying each other. Their son is now marrying their daughter. They're building a dynasty. Because of oil and gas coming from Biafra land. Now, listen very carefully, please. He said, don't armed robbers threaten the security of lives in the country? It's everywhere in the world. He failed to say that people are also agitating everywhere else in the world. Nicola Sturgeon, the first minister of Scotland, is agitating. They will not say to us, oh, why don't you join politics? You play politics with monkeys. Can you go into Serengeti Game Reserve, and you call lion, and you call antelope, and you call zebra, and say, come, there's some political party? Is that possible? Nigeria is a zoo. Some call it a jungle. There are no rules. The only thing that Britain wants is that let us just say there is a government in power, so it can be taking oil and gas. That's the only thing that concerns them. You can kill yourselves there. The more you die, anyway, it's even better, because they have said that they want to reduce Africa's population by 3 billion. No, world population by 3 billion. And most of them will come from Africa. So if you kill yourselves, then nobody gives a damn. Why do you think that when fighting is going on in Africa, as is now going on in Ethiopia, in the Tigray region, nobody's talking all over the world? Africans, you can kill yourselves. You don't matter in the scheme of things. You people are irrelevant. You can succeed and come abroad and become our cleaner and our bus driver and do all these menial jobs. If you're lucky, one or two of you can make it and become a known figure all over the world. But apart from that, collectively, you're not. But we don't feel any shame, do we? We have in this UG, we have no shame. We have no class. We have no decency. Now, this same lie, Muhammad, I want to bring you to something about how duplicitous these people are. This same man that is saying that you cannot dialogue with bandits, they have no name. The same man. Note this thing down, please. The same man that said you cannot, they have no name. Listen to what he had to say. He went further to say, when that dirty sheikh, not that idiot that wears a dirty rag, he looks very filthy. How that person can be an Islamic scholar is beyond me. Islamic scholars are very, very intelligent. Islamic scholars are very, very intelligent. How somebody can say that Islamic scholars are, they look so dirty. Very, very dirty. Very, very dirty. Did you see it? The so-called Islamic scholar. Very dirty, Sheikh Gumi. They said he went about talking to what's it called? He went about talking to bandits inside the forest. Listen, a man that said we cannot prescribe them because they have no name. I want you to pay attention. How do I describe it in this UG? How do I get them? This thing that I have to say now, how do I get people to be able to be reasonable enough to understand what I'm saying? That's the problem I have now in this UG. I want you to listen very carefully. A while ago, Lai Mohammed said we cannot prescribe Fulani bandits because they have no name. Is that correct? Now, the same man said he is in support of Sheikh Gumi's, they call him Sheikh Gumi's dialogue with the same people that has no name. Most of us, people don't understand in IPOB, we are engineers, we are doctors. I'm in America. You need to come and see the mansion I'm staying in America. It belongs to an IPOB family member who is a coordinator in Texas. Oh, my goodness, people are daft, We have doctors, we have engineers, we have nurses, we have everything. and those whose job is to rear cattle is trying to dictate our lives for us. Can you believe such nonsense? I want you to know that Nigeria is a den of liars and deceivers. This now you know it better. We support Sheikh Gumi's peace initiative with bandits. And we respect him. From who? From Sam Lai Mohammed. Do you see how they roll? When it suits them, IPOB is a monster. It's evil. Destroy it. On the other hand, they are negotiating with bandits. The same people that have no name. Why is it easier for you to negotiate with people that have no name than those that has a name? Now you see, it's called contradictions. But because they have so much money, their worth is nearly 30 billion to deceive the world. The world is more corrupt now than it's ever been in the history of mankind. They come to America here, they spray some money around, they give money to consultants, they go to Capitol Hill, they speak grammar, they wear suit, based on proceeds of blood from the zoo, to try to defend what is in essence indefensible. I wish the USA can have conscientious people, as in years gone by, people who are not swayed or persuaded by money. Even today in America, even in their politics, they are becoming as corrupt as the third world. If you don't have money to buy your way through, nothing happens. Evil is happening all over the world, and the whole US is keeping quiet. And evil is happening. What is that evil? Speaking on TVC morning show, the same Lai Mohammed, after AIT, went to, before his AIT rubbish, went to TVC and said that the government, their government, is using the back channels to address the security, adding that bandits might be ready to listen to the cleric than they would to the government. So let there be peace. This is from Lai Mohammed, the same man that said to you that they have no name, we cannot prescribe them. But when it comes to amnesty, giving hard-earned money gotten from the south to the north to armed killers and robbers, it doesn't matter that they don't have a name. So when it comes to pampering murderers and killers, it doesn't matter if they have a name or not. Now you understand the type of country you're in. So when some of you wake up in the morning and say that you are a proud Nigerian, you can now understand the reason why I say that a wild beast in the forest is better than you, because you're a complete fool and an idiot. This is what they have reduced governance to. This is what Lai Mohammed has reduced governance to. This is how sad and terrible things are in the damnable zoological republic. They don't have a name. We can't prescribe them. But by the way, we can negotiate with them to give them more money, give them cars, give them arms, give them everything. In the name of amnesty. The same people that you claim have no name. They have turned logic on its head, upside down. Upside down. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. No matter how sensible you are in Nigeria, no matter the type of education you have, if you fail to see what the Fulanis are planning for you, then you're a fool. Have you ever heard any Fulani person before come out to openly condemn even the bandits? That dirty-looking pig called a sheikh. That's the thing about Yoruba media. They say he's a respected sheikh. It's like respected Islamic scholar. And I want you to go through all their newspaper publications. The same words they will never use for anybody from the East. Even if you're an avid supporter of one Nigeria. Never. Never. They can never say the renowned lawyer, the renowned judge. Never. That has led a lot of people to think that maybe there is a symbiotic relationship between the Yoruba and the Fulani. Maybe they are benefiting from one another. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. But something very horrible is happening in the zoo. And it is our duty and responsibility to bring it to the attention of the world. A governor, the Bauchi State governor said, Governor Bala Mohammed said, headsmen Fulani will continue to carry AK-47, which means they will continue to rape our mothers, a sitting governor in Nigeria. And somebody will have the temerity to rise up to ask us, why ESN? Why are you armed? You are telling a governor is saying that people who are rapists and murderers, that they have the right to carry AK-47. A sitting governor, Bala Muhammad is his name, a governor. He explained, according to a news report in the zoo, according to Vanguard, that headsmen would continue to carry weapons because they need protection. How about my mother who is being raped? And don't take my word for it. I want you to simply go to your Google and you type in women raped. Type it in Google. Women raped in Ebonyi State. Now listen, in Ebonyi State by Fulani headsmen. When we say these things, people don't understand. When we say it, they keep complaining. But they must understand. They must understand. Just Google it. I said, go to your Google now. I want you to follow. It's a simple. What do you have there? Have you found it? Go to Google and you will see it. Just Google women raped in Ebonyi State by Fulani headsmen inside Google. You will see reports everywhere. July 1st, 2020. Woman raped by headsmen in Anambra dies in Ebonyi. These are the people that a governor, a sitting governor in Nigeria is saying we should give arms to. And when you, is there, isn't it? When you come out and say, in fact, let me read one for you here. It's awful, but it sounds hilarious. They caught one, this December, this news was published by some newspaper. Go and Google this one. Fulani headsman. Google it, please. I will speak very slowly. Fulani headsman who raped a Ebonyi woman to death says, I only did one round. Is here. And Dave Umahi, the governor of Ebonyi State, is aware of all these things. Now, my question to them is this. My question to zoo people is this. All you zoo animals calling yourselves Nigerians, my question to you is this. When this Fulani man armed with AK-47 comes to rape my mother, what should I do? What am I supposed to do? Because here, it is very clear that their governor have said to them, we need to allow them to continue to carry AK-47 assault rifles. And I'm asking you a very simple question. A very, very simple question. When they come with the assault rifles to rape our mothers, what are we supposed to do? Be clapping for them or reciting the Quran? So as they're raping our mothers in the farm, we'll be reading the Quran. We'll had it. We'll be reciting it for them. And our mother was raped to death. One in Anambra, one in, not one, just one I'm able to see right now. If you Google it, have governors. They want to do their own security. Do you see how foolish it is? Sometimes in Nigeria, everybody's foolish. Everybody's hopeless. Nobody can reason very well. And you want to compare yourself to the great IPOB that heaven itself created. Who are you? Are you more intelligent than us? Are you more educated than we are? Do you want us to start speaking English? I ask you speaking grammar all the time. Wole Soyinka was speaking grammar for very many years. It didn't stop the Fulani cow from eating his corn. It didn't stop them. English cannot stop a marauding headsman. English language cannot stop them. You are speaking English to people in Abuja who don't understand English language. Like Lai Mohammed and the zoo. And these are the sort of country that people are saying, he's my country, and I'm a Nigerian. You should be ashamed of yourself for opening up your stinking mouth to say, I'm a Nigerian, I'm a brother. You are a fool, a complete idiot, now and forevermore. You're a fool. They are playing with your brain. By the time you realize it'll be too late. They are raping our mothers all over the place. You want me to fold my arms and behave like Umahi or like one of these idiotic governors in the East? Is that what you want? Or be like Wike, even supply more women for them to be raping in the North? Is that what you want? I think that some people are demented. I am preaching this very gospel this very day. The time now is 19 minutes past 1 p.m. here in Houston, in Texas, United States of America, where they fought a war, series of wars before they became free. I remember there's a man called General Houston in this part of the world, isn't it? it was General Houston that took this very place from the Mexicans. Is that not correct? The Mexican general was called Santa Anna. If some of you can remember, because in American history. That is before General Houston came to fight Santa Anna here, where I am right now. They fought against the British. They fought against the Native Indians. They fought against the French. They fought against everybody. They even fought against the Spanish and the Mexicans. How many wars? Today, they are the leading light in the whole world, not minding the efforts of Satan to bring darkness into America, but they will not succeed. Because this is a land that belongs to God Almighty in heaven. America is God's own country, without a shadow of a doubt. If you come here, you even feel it. There is something about this, when you come into USA, there is something you feel. You feel that everything is possible. United States, when you come into America, the sky is very close to you. You feel like the sky is very close to you. In other countries, the sky feels like it's billions of miles away. There is something very unique about this very place. Very, very unique about it. And that is why they are preeminent. No matter what anybody does, no country can overtake the USA. No country can. Mind it is the longest running empire in the history of mankind. That is what I mean by that is a very powerful state. Because every other empire, what I mean by empire is not a colonizing empire, a conquering empire, but an empire in terms of influence and reach. And I pray today that God will maintain, because Americans, they used to have conscience. I don't know where their conscience have just gone to, but in America before, they used to have conscience. And we are praying for that to return. We are praying for that to return. And that is why we must do all we can to defend Biafra land with the last drop of our blood. Zamfara governor, Bauchi governor, every governor in the north, we will dialogue with them. Nobody has condemned them. No governor in the north has come out, not even nobody has come out to condemn what the bandits are doing, what Fulani people are doing with AK-47. But they want to stop those defending their land with AK-47. Can you believe such nonsense? Can you believe such nonsense? These are the things that, and Yoruba people, Yoruba, my friends and my brothers, my sisters in Yoruba land, go and take down today's date, 13th day of February 2021. Tomorrow is the anniversary of the burial of my parents, killed by the same Nigerian government. Killed by Nigerian government. I am telling you today, Saturday, 13/02/2021, if you people continue this way, if you continue this thing, this dance you're dancing with Tinubu, hey, I will come back live on air and tell you, I told you so. Remember my warning? I am warning you today. You people should abandon Tinubu and his so-called useless 2023 ambition, or else you will die with him. Yoruba land will be gone. Write it down. Saturday, 13/02/20. Ask yourself, why is it that these criminal headers and killers are not in Biafra land, dragging our land with us? Because they know that we are prepared to die with them. When they see you as in the middle belt, they value life, they like begging. Oh, please, we are sorry now. It's one Nigeria. Let us keep this country going. The more you stay in one Nigeria, the more you will die. Because Fulani needs that fake unity to conquer you. Before they conquered the Hausa, they were telling them we are Hausa Fulani, Hausa unity between Hausa and Fulani. By the time the Hausas woke up, Fulani is already in middle belt. They have come again. One Nigeria. Let's put Nigeria together. Let Nigeria be one. And in it, you're going to die. You will perish. Because everything that is artificial on this earth comes to an end. Nigeria is an artificially created product. It must come. It has an expiry date. It has expired and it must come to an end. But before it comes to an end, Fulani will deal with all of you. It's punishment from God, for your information, for all people who did against Biafra. People are suffering today. Who are the ones suffering today? All those that ganged up against Biafra, they're the ones suffering. You know, we sinned against God, and God allowed, Britain to use Nigeria to punish us. We know that very well because we did a lot of very horrible things. Very horrible things. Human sacrifices, all these stupid rituals that we're doing. Worshipping idol. Bowing down before a graven image, an image carved by the hands of man. Rubbish. Today, that's the one thing about Almighty God that we worship. Anytime you go against Israel, God will use you to punish Israel, no doubt. But after that, his anger will turn against you. That's what is happening now. All those that fought against Biafra, all the lies, all the deceits against Biafra is now in the open. Do you know I keep reading journals and articles all over the world saying that when they kill us Biafrans or they arrest us, they say it's purported, it's alleged. Even if you show them where the army is shooting people, killing them live, it is alleged. Purported, alleged. Because liars have taken over the whole world. We no longer have people of truth. But we are here, and we'll keep ramming it down their throat until they understand and get some sense. They understand and come to the realization that as long as we are alive, we cannot be silenced. We cannot be gagged. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you do it. We continue to strive on every blessed day, relentlessly and consistently, until Biafra is restored, or we all die. One of the two must happen. Governor Bello Matawale said that the government won't abandon ongoing dialogue with bandits, people that have no name. They have no name. There is no name. They have no name, but you can dialogue with them. But those that have names, you claim you can kill them. Does that make any sense to any living being? And all of you are clapping, like Mohammed. There is no Buhari in Nasarok. Only an idiot believes that it's Buhari. There is no people out of shame, out of envy, out of jealousy, don't want to concede. Have you heard from him? In all this raging debate, you hear from Garba Shehu, you hear from Lai Mohammed, you hear from the great harlot herself, Loretta Noche. Do you hear from a president who is sitting in a country that is boiling at the precipice? And I'm splitting with my Yoruba people. My Yoruba people, please, please, please. Now is the time to end Nigeria. Look at what happened at Lekki. Now is the time to end Nigeria. End it completely. Or else you'll be there thinking of, it's like corn. Let me tell you one thing about oil and gas in Biafra land. It's like corn that we give to chicken. When you want to trap chicken, you'll be dropping corn, small, small. And the chicken will follow you into the house. You close the door and you kill it. That is what is happening. Anytime you want to reason, they will tell you, oh, remember how you're going to pay your workers? Oil and gas, oil and gas in the East, oil and gas. You idiotically agree. In one Nigeria. And by the time your mother goes to the farm, she's raped and cut into pieces. By the time you realize it's too late. I'm asking you today a very simple question. How many governors from the north has ever condemned what Fulani bandits are doing? Or should I say Mieti Allah? None of them. Which goes to show you that they are all in it together. They know what they are doing. But because people from the south are so stupid, and I'm keep asking myself, is it that those from this when I mean the north, I mean the core north, Janjaweed north, the Sharia north. Does it mean they're more intelligent than we are in the south? Are they more? How did they succeed in dividing us so much? They come to the east and they divide us. They say, oh, you're not Igbo. No, you don't do anything with them. They go to the west and say, oh, Igbo man is your worst enemy. Biafra is our enemy. And you agree. How did they manage to convince all of you? And I keep asking this question all the time. It's time to wake up and smell the coffee because I'm in America. They love coffee here a lot. You will not hear any Janjaweed governor condemn what is happening in the north. But anytime we try to resist them, you see them shouting all the time. That tells you something about these people. That tells you something about their mindset. That tells you something about what they have in store for you. If you do not wake up now, tomorrow may be too late. Not just for you, but for your children, even those who are unborn. As the Yorubas are now fighting and struggling to retain their own forests. That the Fulani had the audacity to kill Amotekun operatives. Even police are arresting Amotekun. That was the reason why I tweeted yesterday calling for OPC, and I wrote about it again on Facebook today, calling on OPC to take over. OPC needs to take over because they have the pedigree. They need to take over. They must take over. They must take over. We will support amnesty. I want you to Google something, please, because I want evidence, because the whole world is listening. Go to Google and you Google, I will support amnesty for bandits, says Lai Mohammed. Google it. The same Lai Mohammed that said, we banned IPOB, we proscribed IPOB and tagged them a terrorist group, not because they stole anything or they killed anybody, but because they are asking for. The same man that said, we cannot proscribe bandits because they have no name, the same man is now telling you, we will support amnesty for bandits. What does that tell about Nigeria? It tells you that you have no president to start with, and that gangsters are now in charge. A band of blood-sucking demons, criminals all over the place. All over the place. Unless you know their game, you can't understand. Sometimes they come on social media to a southern-sounding name or middle belt to attack you. If you're foolish, you will think a human being is attacking you, but no. These are the games they're playing. But anytime they come against IPOB, they know they have met a brick wall. They understand that very well. We cannot ban them, we cannot proscribe them because they have no name. But we can negotiate with them and give them money to go and buy even more arms. Even more arms. Headsmen with AK-47 is for self-defense. But Eastern Security Network with AK-47 is not for self-defense. Do you understand? And as I'm saying this, let me also remind, if you know who Pusa Adema very well, please go and tell him that those people that they abducted today, the reverend, the rabbi they abducted today, they must release him. I'm warning everybody to go and warn Hope Uzodinma and George Obiozo. They must release them. They must release them. Or else that thing they're looking for in Imo State, they are going to get it. They are going to get it. They are going to get it. Absolutely, they are going to get it. Have they stopped us? Of course, they cannot stop us. For 1 second there, we lost our transmission, but we are live and direct. After all, we are in the USA. And the banditry in the zoo will continue, even according to the midget who brought in bandits himself, El Rufai. He said it is going to continue. And I told you people before, forget about the zoo, they make noise so much. You see them today with their police showing off. When the trouble starts now, they will go and call the army. When the army will come and fail, they will come start begging Cameroon and Chad to help them. I was telling you, I have been telling you for years now, that the zoo called Nigeria, they have never won any war before. They have never fought any war. They have never won any war in their lives before. Some of you thought I was joking. Even this Atahiru was the one that presided over Operation Python Dance, in case you've forgotten. When he's done, I'm sure they will give him ambassadorial position. I'm sure that's what they will do. Isn't it? This same man, Atahiru, from 82 Division in Enugu, that was busy killing civilians. The idiot that failed to command any sector successfully in the fight against Boko Haram is the one that appointed to go and be their new chief of army staff. Let me tell you what he said. He said army to involve Cameroon forces in insurgency fight. I told you before, Nigeria has never won any war before in their lives. Biafran war was fought by Britain, Russia, Egypt, and Islamic countries. If God is my witness, if ordinary ESN with Nigerian army will defeat them, anytime, any day, anytime. That is why they keep abducting civilians. They know where we are. They can come to the forest where we are. They know where we are. But because of the cowardly nature of Nigerian army, they only go after soft targets. Common Boko Haram that they created, they cannot defeat. They are begging Chad. Chad is one of the poorest countries in the world. The poorest in the world, they are begging Chad. They are begging another poor country, Cameroon, to come and help them to fight the war. But they are the giant of Africa. Giant for only by mouth. They cannot do anything. If you think that we will fight a war and that Nigeria will defeat Biafra, then you are insane. You are insane. If you cannot bag army of a zealots in Sambisa forest, how can you defeat Biafra? How, I'm asking you? Oh, sorry. Britain will help you. Britain will tell all the lies, will lie to America, lie to everybody, try to deceive everybody on behalf of the zoo. Come on to fight insurgency that the Fulanis created to remove Jonathan from power. They cannot defeat them. They are going to beg Cameroon. Are these the people that you think will defeat us? Are these the idiots that will defeat Biafra? These idiots that are going to beg Cameroon and Chad to help them to fight a war? But they claim they are strong. They are only strong when it comes to killing unarmed civilians. Wretched cowards. Atahiru that came to my house commanded the army that came to my house that led to the death of my parents. This idiot, you think he will go free? You people are there. You don't know what will happen. We are going to show the world madness. Our own madness will soon start. When it starts, we show them what is real. You think that Boko Haram is madness? We show you pure madness. Haram will show you madness. Continue what you're doing. Don't release this. Keep the rabbi. Because I want an excuse. When I do what I'll do in Imo State, they will ask me why. I will say they must release the rabbi. They must release him, and they will release him by force. Because people don't, I want to tell my Yoruba brothers, no army can fight a war on two fronts, purpose of three fronts. It's not possible. Now they want to use Fulani terrorists to intimidate the Yoruba race, to grab your land. That is why OPC must come out. And replace Amoteku. OPC must come out to replace Amoteku, or else your land is gone. Write it down, 13th of February 2021, what I'm telling you today. Write it down somewhere. Because if you don't show Fulani madness, you're gone. You are gone. You are finished. You must show Fulani that you're more insane than they are. They are going to beg Cameroon to fight for them. They're going to beg Chad. But they claim that the giant of Africa, all the money being given to them by United States of America, by EU, everybody to fight insurgency, they buy weapons, they give it to Fulani terrorists. Have you not seen the video? Have you not seen the video? Have you not seen? People should post it on my wall on the comment section of this very broadcast. Have you not seen the video? They give them money to fight insurgency. Fulani will use some money to go and buy weapons from Russia. Those things are Russian-made ordnance. They buy it and they give it to all manner of vagabonds from the Sahel to come and rape our mothers in our land. Don't you know that? You don't think that all this is a plan and a plot and a ploy by them? They come, when you complain, remember 2023, build alliances. Every idiot now starts running around trying to see the fellow idiots to convince. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Nigeria cannot fight a war. Their army is not trained. It's not a volunteer army. Ours is a volunteer army. Theirs is not. If you don't pay them salary, they go home. Ours will bring our money from our own pocket to support what we believe in. Because we are fighting for something far more superior than oil and gas. We are fighting for freedom. And freedom for everybody. If you choose to misunderstand our intentions, that is your business. If you convince yourself otherwise that what we are doing is not for the good of all, that is entirely up to you. But remember that you have Fulani in your bush and in your forest to contend with. If not for what we are doing, do you think anybody will have the courage to rise up and to say no to Fulani? Of course not. It's because of what IPOB is doing. So I know some of you go back in your bedrooms to give us credit. I know some of you do. You hide and you give us credit. We don't need it. It doesn't matter what you say. What we know for certain is that we are in these very efforts to liberate the land of Biafra, and there is nothing any idiot can do about it. Atahiru Jega, or what? No, sorry, was something Atahiru, not Jega. Jega is another idiot from former INEC chairman. He is their chief of army staff. He cannot fight a war. He has not been in a war. He's a quota general. All they know how to do is to kill protesters. That is all they can do. That is the only thing they know how to do. And unless we are prepared for a revolution, don't come out to protest, please. There's no need for it. There is no need for it. You must come out in a revolution. Yoruba, take care of Yoruba land. Biafrans, take care of the East. Middle Belt, rise up in the Middle Belt. Then we overwhelm them. How many are there? How many people came there to let you to drive all of you away? Because you don't understand the zoo very well. You want to play democracy with animals. It doesn't work that way. Before you know, the lion will rise up and hit the zebra. That's what happened there. That is what is happening in the Zoological Republic. That's what's happening there. Do you know that these people without conscience, Lagos State Governor, with his cronies, they demolished the houses of the people that witnessed the massacre during NSAS, and everybody is quiet. All of you are quiet, just looking. I don't know who did this to you people. I have no idea. Is it your hatred for Biafra, or your enviousness towards the accomplishments of IPOB? What is stopping people from rising up and saying enough is enough? Members of the communities that witnessed the October shooting of peaceful protesters by Nigerian soldiers has been basically had their homes demolished. The only army that kills civilians, that is meant to protect. All of you, in that 1999 constitution, they wrote it there, that the army can come to help the police. Fulani, they know what they were doing. That is why everywhere you go is Fulani head, Fulani everywhere. They know, they understand, they know that some of us are very foolish. We cannot listen. That is the reason why now army no longer defend the country. They now specialize in killing civilians and propping up a regime. That is now their job, only in Africa. And Africans are sheepish. Hey, I don't want to go close to Africa again. No. God knows. I don't want to go. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know how Africans reason. I have never seen, even monkeys cannot reason this way. The way black people reason in Africa. Even monkeys cannot reason that way. God have mercy on you people. Have mercy on you people. The same, so nobody is asking these soldiers, why is it when it comes to killing civilians you have bullets? You have armament. But anytime you're asked to go and fight terrorists in Sambisa forest, you say, we have no arms. We've run out. But you never run out of arms to kill civilians. Never, ever. When it comes to killing civilians, you have arms in abundance. But when it comes to fighting terrorism, no, you don't have any. You don't have any. They have gone to they've demolished it, and everybody will just go home and do nothing. And their media, this person said that, that person said that, and at the end of the day, nothing happens. Nothing happens. Once again, I'm going to open the lines in a very short while. Remember when the Fulani said they were going to ban open grazing? It's a lie. Fulani can never, they want to take your land from you. It's a lie. If you like, fall for the lies, that is your business. We are not falling for it. Fulani will take your land from you. You can't do nothing. Go to Middle Belt and see it. They bring out one of your sons or your daughters. They promise the idiot something. Oh, don't worry, we'll make you president of the Senate. You will be the Speaker of the House of Representatives. That's all. The idiot was not going rubbish. Let's keep Nigeria one. Did you create Nigeria? Only create Nigeria. Did you create Nigeria? I'm asking you. The person that created Nigeria is dead. Dead. Without shame, black people. We have so much to get through today. So much. I'm preaching the gospel of heaven. I told them no one I there. They thought it was a joke. A time will come, we'll march force with force. Anything they want, we give them. Anything they want, we give them. Let them not release this priest. Can you take him? Let them not release him now. They will see what he will start to become. Go, all of you intellectuals, prepare what you're going to write. Prepare it now. All that useless grammar you're speaking, prepare it very, very well. Because you will need it in Imo State. Let them not release the chief priest. And then they'll see what will happen to them. And there are mad people everywhere. Your own daughters are being raped. Right now, they are in DSS custody. In DSS custody. I have complained to every agency in the world. Our daughters are being raped in Abuja right now. They are being raped. They are doing nothing about it. And you want me to fold my arms and be watching them and telling you this world is beautiful? Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. They have built their way. And all of you are there. That IPOB is challenging the sovereignty of Nigeria. With sovereignty created by who? You're not ashamed of yourself? You useless black monkeys. Sovereignty of Nigeria created by a white person. And you're not even ashamed of yourselves. You are defending the sovereignty in Africa created by a European. Can an African go to Europe to create sovereignty? You shameless fools. Can an African go to Europe or to Asia? You know, this UG people are disgrace to humanity. Disgrace to humanity. But of course we know I am comforted by the word of God. That when Elohim wanted to set the Israelites free, he hardened the heart of Pharaoh. That's what is happening in the zoo. They cannot see it coming. But my God, it is coming. No Biafran should join any street protest anywhere. No street protest. If they want a revolution. We go for full steam ahead. What Nigeria needs is a revolution. Or else the Fulanis will swallow you alive. If you don't know, let me tell you. Give me the number again, let me call it. I want to talk to the children of light, especially those in America. Pick up the phone, and if they call, please take the call from that very phone, please. Take the call and let us hear what they have to say. I am in the United States of America. That's what I am in Houston, Texas, to be precise. The time here now is approximately 1:45 p.m. in the afternoon. 1:45 p.m. in the afternoon, we are spreading the gospel. Discipline is key. For us to prevail, we must be disciplined. Somebody wrote me a letter, an open letter from Aba about POS. If you are in any cult in Aba, I don't believe it is people. The people attacking POS agents are policemen in Mufti and Army. They are no longer collecting enough money at checkpoints, so they are coming into Aba to kill people. We are going to catch one of you. And I want everybody doing POS business have a street or a place where we know that you will be in all the time. Go and rent shops there so we can protect you better. We will catch one of them. If we catch one of you coming to kill people again, POS, people doing their business in their homes, oh dear me, pray we don't catch you. Because from now I am asking every Eastern Security Network operative in Aba to make sure that nobody, even the vehicles that come with their escape route, nobody attacks any POS merchant again and gets away with it. We must apprehend them. If you are in a cult and you are the people attacking POS agents, I'm asking you, I am telling you today that you shouldn't continue that way. If we catch you, any cult I hear in Aba, any cult I hear in Aba involved in this POS nonsense, you will be obliterated. All of you. Bar none. Our job, we're not like the zoo. We have come to save lives. The lives of Biafran people, not to take it. That is our job. The lives of Biafran people is what we are not like zoo soldiers that kill civilians. You don't do that. You don't do that. We are not savages. For your information, I have received your letter. The person that wrote this very letter to me about what is happening in Aba, these POS people who are under attack. Let me see. Your name is Emeka Tony Chuku. I have gotten your letter, and I'm telling the whole of Aba, both those who are in volunteer, those who are in ESN, ordinary family members, anywhere POS is attacked again, block their exit route and catch one of them alive for us. That's all. So that idiot will tell us who sent him, and then we can set an example with them. No attack in Aba whatsoever on POS merchants. People are doing their legitimate business. Leave them alone, for goodness sake.